Monday, May 14th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and a soggy Monday out there across the region. Had a lot of rain move in as we went through later on Mother's Day yesterday and continuing into the night, and more showers and thunderstorms at times as we go through the day. Kind of a very soupy overall setup for us. Let's take a look at the radar back this morning here during the 5 o'clock hour. And the general idea here is you have a frontal boundary that is stalled out right in that area. Very soupy air to the east of that front, and you have a series of disturbances kind of pivoting into this soupy air, kicking off areas of rain and eventually some thunderstorms. That's the radar image I kind of focus in on our area. And at that point in time, again, a little after 5 o'clock in the morning, you have this big area of rain over the mountains, foothills, parts of the Piedmont. And for the next couple of hours, early this morning, that's where most of the rain will be. But anybody fair game here to pick up occasional rain. And eventually, as the atmosphere destabilizes this afternoon, some thunderstorms. Flash flood watch in effect for the northwestern North Carolina mountains into the mountains of the Virginias, and then spilling out to the Virginia border areas there east of the mountains. And could be some flash flooding issues developing, especially up in those foothills and mountains areas where the rain totals are beginning to pile up a bit. Again, a soupy setup for us. Temperatures in the 60s this morning, and it'll be a slow climb up to the low and mid-70s for most of our highs today. Now, in terms of thunderstorms, no slight risk, but we do have a C-text area for our region, and really the same deal tomorrow, too. And what that basically means is we'll have the chance of a few Pulse-type severe storms, with a few storms maybe briefly growing severe, producing some damaging winds. That'll be something to keep an eye on this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon. There's the overall upper-level pattern here, and as expected, kind of this baggy trough centered to the west of the mountains, and that's favorable for any little disturbance kind of pivoting through to kick off additional showers and storms. Now, as we get to Wednesday, notice the axis of that trough has shifted eastward. And that means that the best moisture begins to shift eastward as well. And that's going to set us up for some nice weather later this week. In fact, as we get into the weekend, of course, a lot of events out at Charlotte Motor Speedway coming up this weekend. You have this upper air low centered off the coast. And if this is correct, you'd end up with some very nice weather up and down the eastern seaboard, including our area, Thursday into the weekend. More on that in just a second. There's the broad view for today on the GFS, showing you the active pattern. More specifically, let's go to one of the higher resolution models. This is the RPM, and this is valid this morning. So early in the day, you have these areas of rain moving through, and then as we heat the atmosphere up, it becomes more in the way of scattered shower and thunderstorm activity this afternoon. And I think tomorrow's forecast unfolds very much the same. There's the GFS tomorrow, and again, I think the general idea is scattered showers and storms. However, beginning Wednesday, notice the deeper moisture, you can just see it on this chart, begins to shift off to the east. So I'm going to mention the chance of a few showers and thunderstorms Wednesday, but then beginning Thursday, I'm going with a dry forecast. There's Thursday on the GFS, there's Friday, there's Saturday. So the general idea here is with that upper air low offshore, you have an area of high pressure here over the northeast, and it's driving down some drier air and also pretty comfortable air too, not very muggy at all. So if that were to be the case, we'd have some really nice late week and weekend weather on the way. So again, there's Friday, there's Saturday, looking good. There's Sunday too. So kind of soggy and unsettled the next couple of days, but it looks much brighter and much nicer for any of those outdoor plans you have coming up a little bit later on this week. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.